time. All right. Next. CMG, BBAI, we already did that one. All right. So, Kevin. Hey, James, I'm holding on to Kohl's, and they are reporting earnings this week, and I am about 10 cents from profitability, yet reporting earnings on Tuesday. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Kevin. All right. Kevin, I don't pay much attention to the quarterly reports, only the earnings reports, only because I've seen positive reports where stocks go down. I've seen negative reports where stocks go up. So I don't really pay much attention to it. My goal is more faced towards the momentum of the traders. Take a look at what us traders are doing. Okay, check this out. All right, nope, we don't need that. Okay, here's the high. Here's your low. Okay, she dropped. She shot up. Now we're going sideways. We topped off right there, pulled back. Now she's turning around. So let's zoom into that just a little bit closer. Okay, sideways. We shot up, pulled back. Now we're turning around again. There's one up day. There's two up days. The two up days are right there. Okay, higher highs, higher lows. Is it going to? We don't know. What's going to happen on Tuesday? We don't know. You either like the stock or you don't like the stock. You never lose money until you agree to sell it for less than what you paid for it. So if you're holding on to Kohl's, and Kohl's gives you a return every single week. Right now it's at $15.71. This week's the 16s are going for $1. Well, that's nice. 16.50s are going for 70. That's nice. The 17s are going for 59. That's almost 3%. The 18s are going for 34, just slightly below 2%. And then the 1850s over 1%, and the 90s. It's like 7 strikes out of the money. See, here's at the money right here. 7 strikes all the way down here. It's still paying over 1%. Why the hell not? If you like Kohl's. Always the catch. Do you like Kohl's? BP, hey. Never call me sir. My drill sergeant used to say that all the time. Don't call me sir. I work for my money. Which is probably accurate. All right, Chief Parrish, Coca-Cola. Nope. The only reason I'm saying no is I don't buy at the high. You see that right there? That's at the high. Here's your low right there. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, no, thank you. Sorry. BP wants to take a look at Matt. Sorry, BP. Matt's not at stock. AGNC, we looked at that. It's going to be a no. Do you hold any ETFs or just dividend stocks? Okay, so user 4206988843. What were your parents smoking when they named you, dude? Or you a dudette? I don't know. Okay, it's non-binary. Whatever. Don't get me started. Okay, ETFs, no. Unless that ETF has weekly options and it trades and it has a nice number, yeah. Sean. Okay, Sean was paying attention. Visa, Dow, Kohl's, American Airlines, and Nike. Yep, those are the 5. You got them. Righty. Yeah, once in a while, I will buy an ETF if everything works. Because, see, I haven't gone over the rules. You guys are under the assumption that just, hey, let's do nilly-willy. No, it doesn't work that way. When my daughter was 9 years old, back in 2008, she says, Daddy, what are you doing? Can you teach me? All right. So 9-year-old little girl wants to learn how to trade stocks, and most adults don't understand it. So how am I supposed to teach her? Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. Now, when I say no way for her to lose, what I'm looking at and what I explain to her is, if you honestly think that Coca-Cola is just one day going to wake up and say, you know what? I don't feel like doing this anymore. Or how about Ford? Yeah, we've been doing this for 140 years. Let's just stop. It doesn't work that way. Or, here's a good one for you. Consolidated Edison. Let's say the dude wakes up one morning. You know what? 200 years of offering electricity to these ungrateful people. Let's just stop. Find something else to do. Let's go plant some daisies. It doesn't work that way. Companies that have been in business for over 100 years. General Motors, General Motors, Ford, Harley Davidson, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Procter and Gamble. Companies like that, been in business for over 100 years. Do you honestly think that they're just going to disappear? Now, for my 9-year-old, it was very simple. Never buy a stock that's not consistently profitable for at least 2 decades, which would mean 20 years. So in order to get 20 years of profits, the company's got to be at least 20 years old. So after a company's been going business and being profitable for 20 years, there's a very high probability that they ain't going anywhere. So unless you sell for less than what you paid for it, there's no way you can lose. Think about it. If you never sell for less than what you paid, there's no way to lose. That was for my 9-year-old. So, that being said, 5 rules. Maybe we'll get some better numbers here. You ready? Rule number 1. Never buy something you do not want to hold on to for the rest of your days. If it's not worthy of putting your money in there, just leaving it until it hits your target or until you die, one or the other, whichever comes first. I'm not picky. Don't buy it. It's very simple. If you can't put your money into something and just leave it there with that intention of never selling for less than what you paid for it. Rule 1, never buy something you don't want to hold on to. Rule 2, never sell at a loss. Rule 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. When I say consistently profitable, do some homework. Look at the 20 years of reports. Are they making more money this year than they did last year? Did they make more money last year than the year before? Do that for 2 decades. They're either profitable or they're not. You could decide where you put your money. You can put your money anywhere you want. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Okay, so let's continue. What else do we have? All righty. Hello. You. Okay. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 of them. Energy fuels. No. Dropping like a rock. Why would I want that? Unless I want to do some bottom fishing. Okay, here's where we were. If you shoot up, now we're at the bottom. 1278. The 13s are going for 45. Now, if you want to try this as the bottom, be my guest. Okay, I'm not very good at picking bottom, so I don't even bother anymore. It's at the bottom now. Tomorrow, it could go lower. Tuesday, it could go lower. So me personally, I wait for the drop, for the bottom to stop. Okay, wherever the bottom is. 2 days up, then jump in. Okay, where's the bottom? 2 days up, I'll jump in. Next. Are you concerned about the earnings? No, Robert, I'm not concerned about the earnings. You either like the company or you don't like the company. It's plain and simple. Up, down trader wants to take a look at Intel. Interesting. It is interesting. Okay. I love these numbers. I love Intel and Dell. These numbers are awesome, in my humble opinion. All right, so here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Down, up, down, sideways, up, down. What's going on here? 3450 is where we're at right now. The 3450 is going for 94, 95. Not quite 3%, but pretty close. Well, let's take a better look at it. Okay, we shoot up. Here's the top. Bottom was Friday. Now I'm going to write Intel down, and we'll take a look at it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday might be a good opportunity. Might be. Your advice on holding or selling, Kevin. Now, Kevin, I don't give advice. I do have calls, and I have no intention whatsoever selling my calls. I got to change some of these cords around. I just went out and bought 6 more of these cables, and for some strange reason, brand new cables just not working right. All right, there we go. Good, and good. Why? Wait. Why isn't this one working? No, what's wrong with that cable? Damn it. Damn. Okay, anyway. All right, so hopefully that made sense. Oh, Cleoman wants to do the 14 put on Coles. Why do you want to do the 14 put on Coles? Let's check it out. Okay. Oh, check that out. The 14 put is going for 40 cents. Okay. Who came up with that one? Cleo Menza. Okay, so we're here at the bottom at 1480, right there at the bottom. Now we're at 1570, and you want to sell the 14s. Well, the 14s are paying 40 cents, which is not bad, just, right around 3%. Okay, the 15s are paying 74. Why not do the 15s? 15s are right there. Do you think it's going up? And why are you doing a cash secured put at 14 if it's only giving you 3.5%? Look at the current one. 1590, the 1550s are going for close to 8%. So why not do the 8% trade? It's just a thought. 8% is a hell of a lot better than what you're looking at. Okay, Cleo Menza. Okay. More questions. Questions. Yeah, I say, Kev, I can show you stuff, but I don't give advice. I just look. Intel looks like a great setup. Yeah, it does. Sorry, guys, this guy is a fraud. Thank you, Garrett. Hey, Beast, explain, Garrett. Garrett is trolling. He just disappears. Up, down, what's up? I like Intel, and I want more Dow. Nothing wrong with that at all. Garrett, don't mean to be an... Okay, just saying it because that's what I see, and I shouldn't not say it. I shouldn't not say it. Okay, thank you there, Garrett. I'd like to hear more from you, though. What's your opinion, and why do you think that? Just curious. LVMH. What is LVMH? LVMH. Moet. Oh, Hennessy. Yeah. No. LVMH. Not there. All right. Me too. TPR. What is TPR? It sounds familiar. I heard of TPR before. Tapestry. Yeah, we did Tapestry. Okay, the 105s. Interesting. Nifty. Let's take a gander at Tapestry. Oh, did Garrett disappear, or did he actually give you an answer? Yes, I'm doing Dell this week. All right, I like Dell too. I didn't get called out of my 3 contracts, so I'm going to let it ride. Okay, cool beans. I love Dell also, me too. Why is the footage mirrored? Yeah, because nobody knows how to reverse the camera. Who came up with that question? Mike. No, it wasn't Mike. It was Astro Official. Astro Official. Why is the footage mirrored? Well, Astro Official, the reason why it's mirrored is because nobody has been able to come up with a way of mirroring the camera. Okay? Until someone comes up with a way of mirroring the camera, it is what it is. It's a YouTube thing. You're 68 years old. Ouch, that wasn't very nice. I look young for 68. That's because I'm not 68. Josh G123. Hello, snake oil salesman. How are you today? What oil are we selling today? Snake oil is a valuable commodity, to be honest. You better buy the dip. I like that one. All right, thank you. How do you feel about Grab? I looked at Grab once. Wait a second. We're on Tapestry. Hold up a second. Let's finish up with Tapestry. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Up, down, up, down, up. Okay, it's moving up. What's the last 30 days? Okay, here's the high. Here's the low. Drop, up, down, up. Definitely going to the upside. 105.24. It's currently at 106.50. The 106 is going for 165. That's over 1%. Well, let's see if we can come up with number 6 for the evening. Okay, why not? 6, Tapestry. Here we go. 105, right there. One contract. Let's do one contract right there at the market, right there. Here is Johnny Joel. Tell me what he's won. Oh, here we go. Buy one covered call on TPR. That's Tapestry. 28 November. That's this coming Friday. So the covered call. Buy the stock, sell the option, get this little profit, move on. Yeah, love it. All right, so the 105 call option. 148 is the investment. 10 G's is, wait a minute, 148 is the profit, 10 G's is the investment. Let's see what kind of rate of return weekly cash producing asset with Tapestry looks like. Calculator, 148.50 divided by 10 G's and 352 little guys. 1.43. I like 1.43. We'll do that one. And there we have it. All right, so let's check it out. Tapestry. And it's 1.4. 1.4 on Tapestry. There it is. Tapestry. 28 November. That's this coming Friday. The 105 call options. 148 is the profit. 10 G's is the investment. 1.4%. Now, if 1% per week is 50% per year, how much is 1.4% per week? That's my average. My average is 1.4. And I'm pretty much okay with it. $1.4. Nice. So we got 6 tonight. Cool beans. Next. Holy cow, we're only 10:19. We got another 40 minutes to go. All right, what do we have? What do we have? Okay, TER, Zim Shipping, where we looked at it, was a no. Try Super Gains, Oracle. We already looked at ORC. Wait a minute. ORCL is Oracle. What's ORC? I have no idea what ORC is. Let's take a gander. ORC. Orchard? No. Who came up with Orchard? Try Super Gains. December, January, April. Yeah, those are months. I don't do monthly. I do weekly, not monthly. TER. T-E-R. BBAI. We already looked at that one. Oh. Try Super Gains. He already knows it's a no. EPD. What the heck is EPD? Okay, EPD. EPD. Enterprise products. Okay. Okay, I'm going to say no to this one for a couple of reasons. Number one, I have no idea who they are. That's number one. Number two, I don't really like these numbers right here. 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 4, 13. Okay, so at the money, 32.50, I'm not even making 1%. Why the hell would I do that? The numbers just don't work. Sorry, dude, EPD doesn't work. Do you like the prospect investing in Vanguard ETF portfolio? Hell no. Sorry. I have not seen a single Vanguard ETF that pays over 30%. How do you feel about Grab? Wait a minute, Grab, G-R-A-B. We looked at that once before, Grab Holdings. Dropping like a rock. Why would I like that? Sorry. Come back to me when that thing actually has something decent. Verizon, yes, and Intel. We already looked at Intel also. Webull, B-U-L-L. Now, how long has... Oh, hell no. Sorry, I'm just looking at the numbers. Okay, 829. The 8s are going for 48. The 850s are going for 25. The 9s are going for 12. Okay, the rest looks like crap, but, 6-4, whatever. So here we go. Sideways, shoots up, pulls back. Now she's dropping. Okay, not too fond of that. Okay, up, down. Here's the bottom right there. Doesn't thrill me unless you like bottom fishing. I don't like bottom fishing. I'm not very good at it. Never have I ever picked the bottom, and never have I ever gotten out at the top. Mr. Snow Miser. I'm Mr. Snow Miser. Okay, because she doesn't want to buy a 14 put. Okay. Nico, if you're down on the stock for what you bought it for, do you still sell a covered call? Absolutely. But Nico, is very important, Nico. Number one, if the stock is a dividend stock and a dividend consistently increases, well, you're getting a higher dividend every 90 days or every year. Okay, that's a good thing. Number two, okay, is the stock giving you something on a weekly basis? If, hypothetically speaking, you buy it at 12, now it's at 8. You don't want to be selling the 8s, the 850s, the 9s, or the 950s. I want to go at least 3 to 4 strikes out, which would be 1050. The 1050 here, it's paying 1/3. Okay, not a full 1%. Or even the 950s are paying more than a half, more than a half. Now, 0.5% every week is still 26% by the end of the year, if you're okay with that. It's always going to be, are you okay with it? SSO mimics the S&P SPY. Thank you there, Robert. I'm not quite sure why we did that. Okay, so if, like I said, if I bought it up here, now it dropped. Okay, at the money is right here. That's where all the action is. Okay, if the stock drops, I don't want to sell at the money. I want to drop 1, 2, 3, about 4 strikes down. That way I'm bringing in something. Torius, thank you for that. That way I'm bringing in some money. And I'm still collecting the dividends because I still own the stock. Oh, Lemonade, USA, a 30-day chart is dangerous. I'm not quite sure why. Okay, I'm not sure why a 30-day chart is dangerous. Lemonade, explain to me. Okay, this is the 30-day chart I'm looking at. 30 days ago we were here. We shot up. We pulled back. Now here's the bottom. That's the bottom. All that's telling me it's not a good time to jump in. I'm not seeing what the danger is there. If you can explain, I'd love to hear it. Okay, what else do we have here? Got all of those. Got all those. Got all those. All right, so we get some more questions. Questions. Our troll disappeared. Don't you just love trolls? They come in, they spew out a lot of crap, and then they disappear. They don't want to defend their position. Okay, Johnny, grab looks pretty good, but it hasn't found the bottom yet. Thank you there, up, down. And also, the option chain for grab doesn't look that healthy. Absolutely doesn't. See, you're doing pretty good without me. John, SoFi. Ugh. I'm going to give you one of those, John. Ugh. SoFi. Yahoo. Now, Yahoo is the financial website, the information you need to know. So here's your wonderful little SoFi here, John. I'm not quite sure how much research you put into it. 25 for SoFi. So why would I look at a non-dividend stock? The channel is specific designed stock companies. Peter, NVO. Here we go. All right, so Peter, here we go. Here's the high. Here's your low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Right there's where we are right now, 47.63. Let's zoom in a little bit. Now, I'm into this one at 63, 65, something like that, way the hell up here. Okay, so I actually have some NVO way the hell up here. I'm waiting at dollar cost average. Okay, she dropped, here's the bottom, shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back. No real direction here. So for me, I'm just going to sit and wait until I can find a decent bottom. Look at here. 1, 2, 3. I should have jumped in there, but I didn't. But we're still going to wait for it to drop some more. All righty. What else do we have? Okay. Ooh, John likes Altria. I like Altria. Okay, Johnny, I'm thinking the same. I want to go heavy with something long-dated leap option soon. Okay, see, Johnny Grill, I like the idea. It's called calendar spread, where you buy an option way out, a leap. Okay, you know what that is. And then you sell the covered calls as every single week goes by. The rate of return is awesome, but it's a lot more work, a lot more effort, and a lot higher rate of returns. But is it worth it? Because you got to remember, the long option is going to decrease in value as the time goes by. So a calendar spread is great, but both positions slowly deteriorate, and you might be on the hook for selling paying somebody dividends. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. John, Altria. Oh, now that looks interesting. Let's take a look at this, John. Hold tight. Here's your top. Here's your bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Drops up, sideways, up, down, big gap. Okay, big drop, big gap. Now she's bouncing. That looks lovely. Let's zoom into that. That's the last 30 days or so. Here's your last 30 days. Here's the top, 65, drops down to 56. That gap is going to fill. Slowly going up. She went from 56 to 60. Now she's dropping. Okay, not quite this week. Keep her eye on it. What I'm looking for is for this thing to fill. Okay, so she went up a little bit, little pullback. Now she's going to go up a little bit more, then a little bit more pullback before she fills in that gap. Because you got to remember, when stock goes up from 56 to 60, that's a 10% move. Close. Thank you for the reply. No problem there. Okay. Ellen Cam. Okay. XUAUSD. That is a Forex pairing. Sorry. It's not what we're doing here. Sorry, kiddo. Okay, sure thing. If you look at the option chain, it just doesn't look healthy. Everything in the money and out both ways, put and call. Thank you there, Up Down Trader. Ooh, Gary the plumber wants to take a look at CVS. Interesting. Looks like she might be slowing down. Hold on, let's take a look. Here's the top. Here's the bottom. She drops, shoots up, drops. Okay. What's going on there? Here's the top, pulled back. Now she's turning around. That's what it looks like. Okay. Down, up, down, up, down. Now it looks like she's turning around, going up again. She's at 78. The 78 is going for 106. That's not bad. These numbers don't look all that bad if, of course, you like CVS. It's definitely taking a hit lately, down from the low sixes. Thank you there, Johnny. John wants to look at Kroger. Kroger, Warren Buffett's list. Lemonade, using only the 30-day chart can increase your risk of getting hurt by a price drop. Okay, now see, Lemonade, when you say something, sometimes it's best to have more information. Like this, what you're saying here makes more sense than what you said last time. You said a 30-day chart's dangerous. Well, yeah, in and of itself it is. But as you can plainly see, Lemonade, I use the 1-year chart first. Give me the high, give me the low, gives me the direction of the stock. Great. Now, I normally go from the 1 year to the 90-day. The 90-day, here's the high, here's low. What am I looking for? I'm looking for patterns. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, fine. Now I want to go to the 30-day. 30 days right about there. Same thing. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down. Same thing. But you're right. Just the 30-day chart, not a good idea. I always go 1 year, 90-day, 30-day, and then I check out the seasonality because I want a good idea where do I think it's going next. Uh-oh. SB 1981. Rios, how are you today? Okay, SB 1981, Abbott Labs, ABT. ABT. Here we go. Interesting. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on here? Let's zoom in. Down, up, down. Hypothetically, she should be going up, but I like 2 days. Okay, here's your bottom, here's 1 day. 2 days is going to bring us here. By the time we hit 3 days, we'll be way too high. And what is the 128s going for? 148, okay. The 129 is just not making it. Okay, we're at 129. Oh, hell no. See right now? 128, 129. The 129s are going for 99. Nope. Wait until tomorrow. Okay, who came up with this one? SB 1981. These numbers aren't making sense at the moment. Okay, the last trade was 128. Well, after hours, it's 129. Okay, this 129 doesn't really go with this one. Not quite there. Lemonade, 1 year is best. Yeah, 1 year is best to give you an overall look, but 1 year is not going to give you an idea of where it's going next. Okay? Okay, do you see it? This is the 1 year. Okay, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on here? We just don't know. It looks like it's going sideways, you know, between here and here. Okay? But as you get closer to where we are now, okay, down, up, down, definitely looks like she's going up. Okay, I like to get smaller and smaller. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, that is right there. We'll deal with that one later. All right, let's go with next. What's next? All right, CVS, we're looking at definitely taking a hit. Got that one. CVS is looking good. Thank you. All right, what else do we have here? Joey, what's up? Not much lately. Could be. How are you guys? Blah, blah, blah. Good, blah, blah. Thoughts on TQQQQQQ by the split. QQQ. QQQ. All right. Okay, who came up with this one? Who came up with the Qs? Oh, right there. Up, down, set up nice. Okay, so I don't really like the Qs. Okay. Very first 2014. Nothing for 2016. Nothing for 2017. Only one for 2018. Only two for 2019. Nothing for 2020. Nothing for 2021. One for 2022. And then we went to 4. Okay. So we went down, then we went up, then we went up, then we went down, then we went up, then we went down, then we went up, then we went down. Then we went down, then we went up, and then we went down. Oh, hell no. Do you even look at these numbers before you decide what you want to do? Gotta turn my fan on. It's getting a little warm in here. All right. What else do we have? SCHD. Mike, I'm not even going to entertain that one. Micadelic. Yeah, check out the numbers, brother. It's just not that good. SCHD. Well, now that just didn't go right. SCHD. Give it a second. It might be Alec. SCHD. Their first dividend, 2011. Not quite 20 years. Okay, let's check this out. 4.6. Okay, higher, lower. Higher, lower. Okay. Okay, higher, lower. Higher, lower. Higher, lower. Lower. Higher, lower. Higher, lower. Do you see the pattern here? Not consistently profitable. Why would I want a stock that's not consistently getting higher? They're basically saying the same. Okay? 2014, 8, 8.9, 9.1, 8.1. Why? It's not going anywhere. HPQ. Who's that? Lanny. Lanny wants to take a look at HPQ. HPQ. All right, let's check this out. You ready? Here's the top. Here's the bottom. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Down, sideways. Down, sideways. Down, now up. Here's the bottom back in April. It was at 40. Dropped down to 21. We're at 24. The 24s are going for 86. That's over 3%. If you like Hewlett Packard. Okay. Let's get my glasses out. I'm going to put them on eventually. The high of the year, 39.71. The bottom of the year, 21.13. Well, we're sitting at 23.96. Look at your last 30 days. There's your top. There's your bottom. Now she's going up. That makes sense. 24. The 24 is going for 86. Let's pick another one. This will be number 7. All right. I can do this. All righty. Let's get out of here. Let's go to here. Let's go to there. And let's do the 24 right there. One contract at the market. Here we go. Buy one covered call of Hewlett-Packard. One covered call, Hewlett-Packard, 28 November. The $24 call option. Here's the profit, 93 bucks, 2,300 is the investment. Let's get out that calculator, see what it looks like. 93 is the profit. Divide that by 2,307 little potatoes. 4% for Hewlett-Packard. If you like Hewlett-Packard. All right, let's do this. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, 4%. HPQ, 28 November, the $24 call option. 93 is the profit, 23 is the investment, 4% is the rate of return for 1 week. What's wrong with that? All righty, let's just call it a day with 6. Uh-oh. Damn. Well, so much for that idea. Hit the wrong button. Try it one more time. We'll put it right there. That was 4%, wasn't it? Yep, 4%. And there we have it. We're going to call it a night. It's a night. 11:15. All right, let's answer some last questions. I'm selling my SCHD and putting it to work, earning 1% weekly. K-Van, way to go. Have we already looked at lows? No, we have not looked at lows. L-O-W. Well, now that looks pretty good. All right, lows. Here we go. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look, it's down, up, 234. The 235 is going 251. That works. Lows works. We're going to call it a day. We're going to leave it right where it is. And we are going to see you guys all again tomorrow. All right, that being said, have a nice night, everyone. We'll see you again tomorrow. Over here. Come on. And that's done. And over here, done. And over here, you guys have a great night. And over here, you guys have a great night also. We'll see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow. What's my name? Suave Jave. How are you today?